I'm your host, Sean Monet, and I'm here to share my experiences, thoughts, and insights on everything from dealing with PCOS to navigating the intricate dance of friendship while climbing the professional ladder. This is a safe space where real conversations happen and no topic is off limits. So get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even challenge your own beliefs. It's time to. Let's talk about it because life's journey is sweeter when we navigate it together. Occasionally, we'll be joined by special guests, experts, friends, and thought leaders who will add their unique perspectives to the conversation. Together, we'll explore the controversial, the personal, and the impactful.
Okay. Um, um, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, girl, hey. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It with me, your host, Monet. And our word of the day is resilient. Resilient is a person or animal able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. Of a substance or object able to recoil or spring back into shape after bending, stretching, or being compressed. And that's going to lead us into our topic of today is why do we raise little girls to be women at an early age? And today I have my best friend, Corey, here, and we are going to talk about it. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Sean.
This is our first
Hey,
time.
everybody.
This is our first time recording together. I'm really excited, and I think this topic is going to be a good one. So if you're listening, I hope you enjoy this. And be sure to interact with the poll at the end of this episode and let us know what you think. Okay, so let's talk about it. At a young age, and Corey, feel free to chime in and cut me off at any point.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a black woman, you were once, a little black girl, we grew up playing with baby dolls, oftentimes interacting what it was like to be a mother or a parent to a doll.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes, if you guys had a brother or a little boy cousin, and they would play with race cars or action figures and things of that nature. Like, why? Why were we pushing around strollers and giving dolls bottles at like the
And
age of
kitchen.
3?
And the little kitchen sets and all of it. Like, we just have the whole shebang.
The
We're
whole
getting doll houses.
That shit is crazy. Like, why? Why was that even like a thing? Like, how come we couldn't dream of being Powerpuff Girls or being these superheroes? Like, why do we give little girls these dolls and stuff? Is it because like it's cute, or we're preparing them to be little women? Like, what do you think, Corey? Do you think what do you think about that?
I think, like, the way moms think, maybe, like, it's cute. So get her a little baby doll. It's cute to them. But if we're being honest, if we're really paying attention to, like, if we go, like, into, like, how the people into politics and stuff like that, they're looking at it like, well, we know you're going to be having them, so why not teach you how to do it as early as we can? Like, soon as we start talking, we got a baby in our hand. Why? I have a 3-year-old niece that's walking around here telling my son, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" What?
Girl, if you don't go and color something instead of looking for a damn baby,
Right.
you're a baby.
And it's like, it's so funny because we're sitting here like thinking like it's just cute. It's just a toy. It's just a toy. But honestly and truly, it's not just a toy because we are sitting here being taught to just be a woman, to be a grown woman with kids and learning how to take care of a household, this, that, and the third. We're only kids. We can't even really enjoy the toys these days, or now, I guess now that I'm older,
Mm-hmm.
it's not anything that I can enjoy. Like, I don't even like to see kids pushing around strollers now. I'd be like, it's
Either.
just a 15-year-old baby mama waiting to happen. Like, that's where my mind is going, because it's like, it's kind of, it's too forced. It's just too forced on us to be this certain way. Like, get the girls to race cars. Get them a tractor, baby. Let them be an 18-wheeler driver. Come on
Or
now.
something. Or
Like, push that for us too. Stop pushing us in the corner, telling us, well, no, you gotta get this baby because you're gonna eventually someday you're gonna be a mom.
mm,
All girls can't even have babies.
right. Right.
So what if she's growing up, always just thinking about this family that she gonna have, and then finally she's like ready to have a kid like 25, and now she can't even have this baby because they ain't teaching us, oh, it's a possibility that you may not be able to have it, but you're giving me this doll saying eventually you're gonna have your own family. You need to know how to do this. That's all you're telling me.
No, you're right on that. And bless all the wombs of the women out there because infertility is not fun, especially if you're like someone who's like always like wanted like a child or whatever. Like if you're out there and
Hmm.
you're listening, you want kids, I hope you bear a child one day. But we're just speaking on the fact that we are essentially, and I hope this doesn't get taken out of context, like are groomed to be parents and women at like a young age. They try to nurture that maternal bone in our bodies as soon as we come out the womb. And oftentimes, like little boys are pushed more into doing trades and like carpentry and things of that nature. But that stuff could be useful to a little girl. Because what if myself, for example, I did not like college at all, and I work with students, and a lot of them don't want to go to college. Like if we had the tools, well, I ain't gonna say we had the tools. The tools are fucking there. Hell, like our parents grew up with power drills and shit in their garages and all that stuff. It's like I that should be for all of us or whatever. Since and this may get touchy or whatever, but we letting people, little kids, make decisions. All I mean over there like sexual orientation or whatever. Let's make it. I ain't gonna say make it equal across the board. But give women a chance to do things that men like
That
what y'all
we,
doing.
yeah, like give us another opportunity. It's like, just like, and I'm still mad about it to this day. The women that want to fight for our rights so bad so we can get a job, now we working all these hours. Why not? Why not? Since you didn't changed it to where now women and men are equal within within the job
In quotation.
force now. Why not go ahead and make the change to how y'all are gonna make us seem in life now? Because we ain't all out here trying to be raising no babies at no young age
Hell
and
at
working.
all.
Like if you gonna do it, pick and choose what you gonna do. You either
Hmm.
gonna tell us we finna be some housewives and we gonna take care of these kids.
Hmm.
That's what you need to either raise me to be, or you need to be like, girl, you gonna be in the working industry. So teach me the fundamentals of not really hustling, but it's a hustle, because hustling is really just when you are so determined to get somewhere in life.
Yeah.
So it's like having a hustle about yourself, having those goals, having those morals, and having yourself set up to where you don't have to really lean on anyone else and stuff like this and that. And it's a lot of us
Hmm.
out here, like women, especially nowadays, that we are so independent now, but a lot of them still got babies.
Hmm.
And they had became so independent because they had that baby. It's like, let's have this already set in mind, set in stone before the baby even gets here. Like, push that on us. Like, I'm not gonna tell a story. My mom always raised me to like saying like she not raising no baby for me and all this and that.
Yeah.
So it was like in my mind, I ain't gonna raise no baby either. So you ain't got to worry about that. So it's always like I was trying to, you know, focus on things that I really like to do. But it's like growing up, we weren't always pushed to focus on the things that we like to do.
Yeah.
We're pushed on things like we should know how to do. Like you
Yeah.
should know how to cook. You should know how to clean. You should know how to do all this and that. Take care of a household.
Hmm.
And it's like, what about the boys? What I have five brothers. My youngest brother on my mom's side, my mom still probably cleans this boy room to this day, and he is finna be 21 years old.
God damn.
My two my two older brothers, one of them, he wasn't very good at cleaning at all. The other one, he's like middle, but he is more like a man that wants to pay for everything, so he ain't trying to do no cleaning, no cooking, none of that. He rather somebody else take care of that, and he want to pay.
Shut
Like
up.
that's him.
Yeah.
And then I have my two brothers on my daddy's side, my two younger brothers, and it's like one of them, he is like he's like in the field of where he's doing what he wants to do.
Mhm.
Like he has so much leeway
Yeah.
because no one is telling him and forcing him. Like you got to be grown, you got to be this.
Mhm.
You need to get yourself together. You need to learn how to do this. You need to learn how to do that because their mom is still over there taking care of some of those things for them as well. I
Mhm.
just think it's crazy to be 21 and not be washing your own laundry. Like that is crazy to me.
It's
And
just
it's like, mm-hmm. You can go ahead.
no. I'm saying that it's insane. Like for real though. It's like if you're gonna push like this narrative onto kids, onto like little girls, whatever, I feel like you should do the same to like your little boys as well, because
Mm-hmm.
women are like at like young ages. My mom was like around whatever, so I didn't really have to do this as much. Whatever, it didn't become like a thing until after my parents divorced. But we're taught to like cook and clean and all this stuff, and like care for like these dolls or whatever, these inanimate objects. Like, why can't you do the same type? Your sons, like teach them like shit how to be like a father at like a young age. And I feel like what needs to
Exactly.
happen like more, especially in like our community in particular, is that if you're gonna like do that, whatever, as these young women come up, talk to them about how to be safe and how to practice abstinence so they don't bear children before they want to.
Right. And it's like, is the thing is with moms, because I feel like they do push it. It's just they don't know how to correctly. It's
Hmm.
always you coming at me sideways, or they want to come at us sideways like I'm not raising your baby for you, one, but you don't.
Hmm.
The moms that I'm seeing lately are raising their kid. The grandmas are raising the kids' babies. The
Yeah.
mamas is out every weekend. Come on now, girl. And
Yeah.
then two, we have um we have them sitting here steady telling us, that's your baby, you gonna have to keep it and all this and that. And it's just you telling me things that I feel like I already know how to do. It's like
Hmm.
whether you try to convince me that I'm gonna get up every 2 hours these first 6 months or not, honey,
Hmm.
that's 6 months. Them six
Yeah.
months is gonna pass. They feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna get these 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever weeks off of work. So I'll be cool. I'll be able to handle this, you
Hmm.
know? And it's like, we not gonna be able to handle it all, but eventually you get used to it. And eventually you'll get past the little short time frame that they're going through, the struggling with the newborn and stuff like this and that, because
Yeah.
they're getting older. So it's like you telling me like this is so hard, but yeah, I helped you raise your kids. Basically, it's
Right.
like
You've been doing
they
that.
don't realize that I've been watching kids since I was 11 years old. I'm now going to be 25. If
Hmm.
I've been watching kids on my own since I was 11,
That shit
why
don't
would you
scare us.
think? Right. And I was sitting here watching kids that are month olds. Like the
Hmm.
youngest I was probably watching was like a 6 month old. And then my brother was born when I was 12. So imagine me 12 with a freaking 3 month on my hip. Like
Hmm.
I feel like I can do this. I'm true to this, not new to this. Basically,
Right.
that's how I'm feeling. And I
Right.
know other girls probably feel like that as well. It's because like you did it.
Hmm.
And it's like I know I can do it if you did it. Shit.
But like, it's like it doesn't make it like a good or like a normal thing either. But like you were right about that when like parents come at us like sideways, like when if we don't have any kids, FYI or whatever, but we're speaking on solely what's around us and our personal experience dealing with kids at a very young age.
Hmm.
But I feel like what's like not talked about enough or whatnot, and I'm just gonna like go back to my point. Like people talk about how to be abstinent, or they don't talk about birth control or anything like that. Like it's like a lot of people like don't know, or hell either they're just like what is it called? What's the word for it? Ignorant about it. Like I didn't get the whole birth control talk and like what the fuck that does to, like your hormones and like the effects it has on like your ovaries and stuff like that as you age. And they talk about condoms or whatever sometimes, but I'm like, they don't talk about STDs enough. Like, what can happen if you have upset? It says like, oh, it's not just a pleasure thing. It's like you could catch HIV and be affected like for the rest of your life if you don't get the help you need beforehand. But like you were a kid, sometimes like STDs go undetected for a very like long time. They,
Hmm.
they don't talk about that enough.
Right. And I also feel like with moms with their daughters, because I feel like they wait a little too long.
Yeah.
Like once we get to a certain age that we know things, especially like in middle school, I
When
always
we
feel
start
like schools are
bleeding, goddamn, we start periods when we need to have
right.
conversations.
So like fifth grade going to sixth grade, I feel like you need to start telling me about sex. It's because that's when I got my heartbeat. I was like in the sixth or seventh grade, baby. I didn't know what a heartbeat was. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm not gonna talk to my mom about it because I'm getting older. So it's like I don't know. But if I'm getting this heartbeat or I'm feeling these type of ways towards boys, why would I not want to go and do these things? Because ain't nobody telling me nothing.
Right.
Nobody's explaining to me what's going to happen. I got to get
Mm-hmm.
way to ninth grade and take sex ed for really to get the nitty gritty. But shit, I done already did it now. So
Yeah, the
what?
deed is already done. It's like you
Right,
already have shit chlamydia. Chlamydia is a really easy one to get. It's really easy. But it's like
right.
it could be way worse than that or whatever. Like talking to girls about getting yeast infections. But I feel like in order to have these talks, whatever, like your kid needs to feel safe enough to talk to you about it. Cause that stuff is like is even though that's like your kid, that's still like very like personal. And
Hmm.
my and the whole point of this episode is to talk about how hard we had it as like little girls, and it's like we get berated a lot. Like
And not
we,
just little girls though, Sean. Like even for boys, because I feel like what. Let's just say like the youth,
Mhm.
because even for like boys, it's like they're pushing them that you have to be this player. Why not tell them how to really be in love? Why we not teaching them that? Like, what is so wrong with a man really knowing how to take care of his woman, how to treat her, how to respect her, how to talk to her? But y'all so steady and hell bent on you go fuck this girl, you go fuck this girl, get the much experience you need. But now he got something and he don't even know it because he don't even want to go to the doctor. You can't teach him how to go to the doctor, but you want to teach him how to race a goddamn car that he ain't never gonna get. Then you want to tell him about how he got all these opportunities, but yet he didn't want to finish school because he wanted to go smoke a goddamn blunt. Then when he's smoking them blunts and getting on your goddamn nerves because he's 35 and ain't left your house, now you mad.
yeah, and
But you pacified that. It's like we are being taught so quickly how to get out the house, how to get out the house, how to take care of our own shit and all this and that. Why you not doing that for your son then?
but
You know?
I no, and I feel like completely, and I think that goes back to like my point too. Like I feel like, and I'm not a parent, but I'm like an aunt. I've been an aunt for a very long time, and I do work with children. I feel as women, we do get braided a lot. We get like the hard end of like of the stick without having like a safe place to have these conversations, especially when it comes down to like boys and hormones and how we feel and all that stuff. But even with men, in a sense, like, I do kind of like sympathize because like they don't have that safe space either. And I think that's why sometimes they go down like a tricky path or whatnot is because like they're really supposed to just like live life like surface area unless they have like this really great mentor or a really great father and just amazing dads out there, and it's just not pointed towards everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But for those who don't have like that like father figure to teach them how to be in tune like their emotions and how to be like a little bit like softer when it comes to like women, or hell just like a nice person in general, is looked down upon in like their room. I do know that much. Like men are taught to be these hard go getters, providers. Like you
And
gonna get.
whores, just some fucking whores.
Oh my god, Lord.
Like goodness, get this hoe out my face.
No, I mean it is true though. They a lot of men, but honestly, I don't think it's like. And it could be the daddies too, whatever. I never seen my dad do this like to my brother per se, but they do get pushed to like have women. But I think I ain't gonna lie, this may be controversial, but I think they do it to see if their son is gay or not. Like for real. Like, I think it's just like they just do is like test like the waters, whatever. And I don't know. I think this is like its own
But
of like.
but why are they teaching them that? Like why are you pushing this? Like the narrative has been pushed for years for men to just be players, get the experience that you need. What's wrong with a man going up to a bitch and being a virgin and them being together for the rest of their life? What's wrong with that? It's Bridgerton around here. What's going on?
I'm weak as fuck, but I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you though. I took a man's like virginity, and of course we're like not together, and it's because like me and like as a woman, I just think I don't know that's just what it's like was like very strange. I don't think I would ever have sex with a man that is like a virgin because I think like a lot like men are they're like afraid of like touching women who haven't been touched like for lack of experience or whatever, and they're afraid of like the attachment piece too. Like they
Yeah,
don't want someone to be that come too attached. It's like we don't when you have like intimacy with someone that becomes like soul ties and people can be like oh I'm a player all day long blah 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 but I'm like no that cooter was good and you like that shit and you can blow this bitch shit up when you get home you enjoyed it you gonna double back and all that stuff but I think when they start to feel like those emotions when they like felt back.
right. And then let's get back to, girls real quick.
Mm.
When we get older, that's when you decide the moms want to open their mouth. Like, now you want to tell us about, not having kids, but you done forced me to have kids already, baby. When you put that baby doll in my face and then you went and bought a stroller for it, then you went and got a playhouse to match the damn doll so it can have somewhere to sleep. Then you went and got you don't want to got a goddamn food market or groceries for me to put in the dollhouse so make sure that the baby make sure he eat. Then not only did you get me a baby doll, baby, you got me one that's making sure it's pissing, shitting, and crying.
Mm-mm. Me personally, if I did have a daughter, I don't think I would give them like a baby doll like offer for whatever. I think I'm gonna try to find like a healthy medium. Like if they had like a dog, they want to like do like his hair, I feel like that's different because I like doing hair, and I love being a girl, love being a woman, all that good stuff. But
Right.
I before I do all of that though, I think when they do get like in the inappropriate age, we're gonna have that the birds and the bees talk for real, because like not everyone wants to like have children one day or whatever. We're not saying like every parent who like gives a kid a baby doll is like this horrible person for doing it, but it's just like kind of like keep in mind like what that may or may not mean that what that may do is like a little girl's like mental. I don't think it should be like expected like of her. I don't think there's nothing wrong with teaching a woman how to cook. Mama is also not a bad idea to teach her son how to cook either. Uh,
Right.
and I don't think it's a bad thing to teach a woman how to be like a provider because oftentimes like women get called masculine. But I'm like, what? I'm not a man. I'm not a man. Ain't nothing
Right.
about me masculine. If I a lot of times, and I'm gonna take a deep dive into not a deep dive into history, but a little deep dive into history. Um, but this whole independence thing, specifically in the African American community, dates back to when a lot of black men were getting arrested for silly things. Like black men were getting arrested for any and every wrong.
Oh, I'm so glad you bringing this up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because, so when that thing was happening, this was like shortly after like slavery had ended. But they went around
Hmm.
for like a lot of things, and women essentially did not have a choice but to like take care of her household. Because if she
Right.
didn't, like who else would, whatever. It is not, and it's like it's unfortunate because I don't know it's like a black man, and I really sympathize like with them or whatever. And we're kind of talking about the whole like the newer days like toxic piece. We're not really talking about this piece. We're not talking about people who were doing absolutely like nothing. People who were like trying to like provide because at one point men were providers. They were like popping their shit, but because of that moment in time, it's like they weren't able to because they were getting arrested and
Right.
we were left at home with children and with bills. So we had to go out there and work. Because if we didn't do it, who else was gonna do it?
And
Because
I
the
feel
husbands
like,
weren't home.
and I agree with you on that because I feel like this generation of men, they always want to date back to, I want my woman like back in the day. Let's not forget back in the day, y'all niggas was sometimes not to be found.
Mhm.
And all of them was not providing for their family
Mhm.
because they wanted to go lay up somewhere else and do this and that and the third. So
Mhm.
it's like, what about the women that were left at home raising their kids by themselves because they man went and spent their whole check on drinking all night? What
Yeah.
about them men? Did they forget about those men or something?
Yeah.
Let's think about the men that were maybe hurt or something due to the war, so they couldn't work, but they was getting a check, but the check was going towards them bills. But shit, your check was your mortgage. What about
Yeah.
the other bills and
Yeah.
all this and that? It's like they act like we just need so much from them, or we wanted so much from them. And it's like, think about what we are doing too. And
Mm,
they always want to talk about what do we bring to the table because they didn't supply the table. Shit, I done met plenty of men that ain't even got no goddamn table.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then what? I came into my relationship supplying the table and the dishes.
Go, go,
And shit, I put the groceries on the table.
go.
But
Yeah,
no, it's like
it's
not only that, uh-huh.
it's a two-way street, honestly, though. I feel like if anybody, if any male out there wants a woman to like to be like your how your grandma was, whatever, you gotta do what your granddaddy did to like keep your grandma happy.
And baby, you ain't even want to know what my grandma did. My grandma said she ain't seen her husband for a good 2 years before he passed away at some other lady house and she had to bury him.
I ain't being
So,
shit. I was
right. And it's like my grandma had 10 kids. She done left and went to Cleveland. This man was over here laid up with another woman. He was mad because she went to Cleveland and she didn't take him. But yeah, he wasn't feeding her. He wasn't helping her take care of them kids. He wasn't coming out putting no groceries in there. He wasn't paying no bills at the house. My grandma had to work 2 jobs and 10 kids. Come on now. So it's like stop forgetting what other people had to go through too. Not all men were the providers back in the day. Stop acting like y'all just don't know what's exactly going on. Women had the right to work just like men did. They
mm-hmm.
may not have been working in the mines and stuff. They may have had like 3 waiter jobs, but keep in mind they was bringing that check home and they did what they had to do.
You know what the sad part is though, when like you like look back at it, it's like women could not work for a really long time. Women could not
Right, right.
really long time. And so it's like the jobs that women did get were like bottom of the barrel, like really, really like tiny things or
You
whatever.
know what? I'm gonna start getting my kids when I have kids. I ain't got none, y'all. While I'm talking about when I start. I'm gonna buy my kids some fucking superheroes. My daughters, they're gonna have some goddamn superheroes because women are goddamn heroes right here, if we being honest. And
we
I'm not saying this because I am a woman. I just really feel like we are heroes. Like men, y'all even need to look at y'all moms. Y'all moms were a good bit of like our community, especially, probably got a lot of single moms out here. And some of y'all got stepdads, but y'all don't fool with stepdad like that. And
mm,
then y'all got y'all daddies. Y'all daddies either not in y'all life or y'all just now discovering y'all daddy and trying to build a bond with him. Or it's just simply the simple fact y'all ain't had no really good daddies to be looking up to. So it's like y'all are pretty shitty y'allself. And
wow.
y'all got y'all moms that's in there, she's still babying you, she's still caring for you, she's still holding down her household, and she got the audacity to want to control her goddamn emotions like she ain't got a menstrual every month.
Mm-hmm.
And you sitting here acting like you got so much going on in your
Mm-hmm.
life. And it's like, I wish that men would just understand and take our side a little bit more with that. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like, also understand with the parents now, stop forcing your daughters to be less than. Like, encourage her to be more. Like, go get them goddamn crayon butts and shit again. Let's see if we got some artisticness around this thing or something. Let's see if my baby can really do the spelling bee contest. Nah, this and that. Like, stop with all the extra. Put the toys away, baby. We don't need them damn baby dolls no more. Put Baby Alive out of business if we got to. Like, this shit is really getting out of control.
It's true though. You know what? I'm about to get deep real quick, whatever.
Get deep. Get
Yeah,
deep. We deep.
deep or whatever. And this is me being vulnerable. And I've expressed numerous times in this podcast that being vulnerable is so scary to me. I hate being open. I like to keep my business to myself. But this made me who I am today, and I think I'm phenomenal. But growing up or whatnot, my dad raised me, and I'm not speaking ill on him, but this is my story. But oftentimes, since my parents divorced, I was in the third grade. I don't know how old you are, like the third grade, like 8 or 9, something like
Like
that.
7, 7, 8.
Yeah, something like that. I would be the one because I've always had a passion like for culinary. I would be the one cooking meals for the entire household. It was me, my brother, my sister, and my dad, and sometimes his girlfriend. Because after my parents got divorced, it was wild. A whole different story for a different day. But I would be doing that. He was a truck driver, and all times I like massage like his shoulders, hell, even like his feet, right? And my dad's not—he's not predatory at all, like in my eyes at all. It was just like he like believed it because I was like a woman, like a young woman, that I should be like I should know how to like do these things. whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like, and this sounds strange or whatever, but like submitting, even though it was like my dad, but like listening when like a man like tells me like do something, even though for me it was not a space.
Yeah, but you got Sean with submission. It's not always like within someone that you're in a relationship with or anything like that.
Yeah, it was.
So you can be submissive to your parents because really we are submissive to our
I don't
parents.
want to be though. That was not by choice. That was by
Yeah.
choice. Like it to me, and this, and I say this to like anybody that like I date. I don't think being submissive is like a bad thing, but I think if you want me to like be submissive to you, it would happen naturally, and I would do it on my own terms, and I would do it if I feel like you are a good leader. That means I need to be. I basically I'm interviewing you, bitch. I'm interviewing you. Like I need to say if you're like a good leader, if you make good decisions, if you're empathetic, I feel like it's important to have empathy. I'm not saying that oh yeah, like just like solve toilet paper tissue type dude or whatever, but I need to be able to come to you and talk to you about things like feelings and everything, and I need you to respond to me like appropriately, so
Right.
I do feel safe and I can be vulnerable with you. And it's like after that, it's like you essentially like got me. It's like I would just do it just because like I love you and I adore you, and
Hmm.
you create this home for me, right? You can a man can buy a house, but a woman would make it a home. But it's like I'm not gonna make nothing a home if that's not my safe haven. I'm not gonna make it a home for nobody.
Right.
I'm gonna be sitting on the floor in that bitch for real. Like I'm just like
And I am totally with you on that. And it's like I wish I hope, I'm not even gonna say I wish. I hope like moving forward, even y'all that are listening to this, whether y'all got kids now or don't have kids yet, just like as you grow, take in like what you have already experienced in your life. You know you wouldn't want your kids to go through the same thing unless you just really fucked up. Then you know you do your thing. But it's like take heed to like making your child better. Like, stop teaching these men to be strong all the time and not know how to communicate because he's not really strong. He's just a man who don't know how to regulate his emotions. So
that
now when he's mad, he's fucking mad. But you ain't teaching him how to communicate that because he's afraid of getting hurt. He's afraid to show his feelings and all this and that. But you're not teaching him how to grow, really.
like people make something it's like it's weak, but I'm not it's not it's like a bad thing. We're actually walking around her acting like I don't know, marshmallow, whatever, but it's like if
And
you
then,
feel safe enough, whatever, hopefully your parents make you feel safe, whatever, talk to somebody because like it doesn't do anybody any good if you can you hear me, Corey?
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't do anybody any good. This goes for men and women because there's a whole lot of people that don't know how to like communicate and regulate either, and it's not a good thing at all because you explode one day, and it could be on somebody that you really love and care about. The fuck of your friendship or relationship with somebody, or hell, you like explode and just go into like a really deep hole of despair. And sometimes I ain't gonna say sometimes shit, being depressed and getting out of it is such a hard thing to do. It's
all
so
right.
therapy. They can make all these therapy onto. Mama, I find the average person is not super, affordable. So it's like out here we try to do the best we can and like make sure like each other's like supported. Create a safe space. And I don't want to get off on this 10 because I got something I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it. Don't keep talking about your problems and like not doing anything about it because this is like your life. This is your life. This is
Right.
this is your life. This is your life. You don't get that many of them. I feel like I have deja vu. I feel like I've done this shit plenty of times before. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Right. And now that we're even on that topic, you know, of men like being told to be
Hold on
strong.
let me finish this so before I forget.
Hmm.
You are in control and you have the ability every time you wake up to change like your predicament. Will it be easy? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day gotta end. You gotta keep moving forward. If you need help, you don't have to go to someone you know. You can go to a complete stranger that meant and get all the thoughts and stuff out in order for you to be healthy enough on another day. It's you know.
Right. And also on what we were just talking about, how men are being taught to be so strong, but it's really not strong.
Mhm.
With the women, stop pushing us to be so sensitive towards these men. Like me, me personally, I'm a girl. I don't like crying in front of people. I've never been like this, like still to this day. I just don't like crying in front of people. Somebody see me crying, I just feel like you trying to play me like a weak ass bitch. So I just can't go for it. But it's like I was talking to my granddad one day about like my relationship or whatever. And he was like, because I was telling him, I was like, I just got to be so tough sometimes. And I really just be want to, just like let it out. But I don't because I have so much self control that it's like, I'm just really not going for that. And it's like, he's up there telling me some, well, maybe if you did cry in front of him, that'll help or, it'll make things better because men hate to see women like that. But why the hell I got to cry for you to hear me?
That's insane. That was even said is
But
wild.
they say that. Like it wasn't even just my granddad, I promise you. Like I went to a whole different side of the family, girl, and talked to somebody about this same well, it wasn't like necessarily the same thing, but
Mhm.
it's like my auntie, I was talking to my auntie and she's older. She was like, sometimes you just gotta cry in front of the men. Sometimes even if, just for them to give you like the reaction that you're wanting
That,
or,
that's
it's
just,
like it's just too much.
that is some weird stuff. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I know, but I don't know. I don't know if it makes the man like really care and
What?
love you more, care more. I don't know what the
What?
fuck it does, but why do I have to get there?
No. Absolutely. No.
Like I want to be just like the niggas. I want to contain myself too.
It should not take all of that at all. It should not take all of that because I feel like I'm gonna go. Oh, I talked about this like my last podcast episode, and I was talking about this particular person, but
Hmm.
he provides a safe space for me. Like he never cried in front of this man, but this man be listening to me. He don't care how crazy it is. And it was so funny. Our very first conversation, I was like talking. I think he like cut me off to like give me advice, and I said, "I don't want your advice. I just want you to listen." And like from like that day forward, he just heard me out, like any everything. And I've been crying in front of him, like, yes I have. But he's nice. He's a nice man. He's a nice man. He's a nice man.
I'm weak.
Yeah, like
And it's like that though. Like I'm not saying all of them are just messed up,
mhm.
but a good bit of them are because no one is teaching them these things. And
Yeah,
it's like, why are you so hell bent on teaching me how to be a mama, but you can't teach him how to be a communicative man? You can't teach him how to be a grown ass man. I be telling my boyfriend when he gets in his moves or whatever, like he can't communicate, like he just gotta distance himself from everything and everybody. I'd be like, you just grown in age. You a little ass boy at times. Like when it gets to shit like that, I need you to talk to me about things that I want to, either get reassurance about or just what's going on with your day and all this and that. Like if you had a shitty day and I ask you what's wrong, don't sit here and tell me I don't feel like talking and yada yada yada. Then you get an attitude with me because I'm sitting here really concerned about how your day was. It's like it's not fair to me. But
no.
then again, you want this space. Like how men always saying, "Be my peace." How can a woman really be your peace if you're giving her chaos?
But also, it's like, how can you be his kids, but you don't know what's going on? Like,
Right.
if you don't know anything, because he's holding.
Because he's asking me because some woman feel because some other bitch going home caressing her man's shoulders supposed to mean I'm giving my husband peace or my man peace. No, everybody don't work like that. Though, and we literally had this conversation last night, girl. So the way my boyfriend is set up, when he in his mood, he don't want to touch, he don't want to talk, he don't want to do none of that shit. So how the fuck do you think I am finna be able to rub this man's shoulders?
Cause you feel
If he don't want to talk, why would I keep asking him, talk to me about it, talk to me about it, baby? Just why would I keep doing it? He finna get even more fucking mad.
mm-hmm.
And then they be like, well, give him his space. I give him space. Let him come to me. But now he mad because he went to sleep mad because I didn't do shit. Well, I didn't know what the fuck to do because you ain't communicating.
You know, closed mouth. Don't
Don't get fed.
nigga don't. It was I did a presentation for this fellowship that I did called We Lead Birmingham, and like my presentation was on creating safe
Mm-hmm.
again. And one of my whatever was like for like more men, if you like you're on the good guys out who have know how to like communicate and all that stuff, create like more like support groups because like I feel like at some point like a lot of people are gonna like run away people they care about them stuff like their egos, and also being looked upon like and I know like it's not right like men, we all battle they have our different battle but you're listening you're a man please God for a group for y'all so y'all can feel more supportive and when you meet somebody that you're able to like appreciate them and you're able to talk to them like how like and like whatever because nobody wants to be like oh this dirt and still seeing like everybody like love if you like being a sprinkle and that's fine and stuff like that but if you're somebody out who is like seeking love that like relationships are not working out for you maybe it's because of communicate like
Right.
it's like therapy. You can go and buy you a pair of Jordans. Those shoes are really expensive. You can go buy regardless of what the therapy. Like if you care enough, if that means enough to you, because I feel like you would if you care about.
Right. And, you know, just to go back to the topic, to be honest, us like getting the baby dolls and shit like this and that, it's really degrading our intelligence, if we being honest. You telling me girls these days, like the kids in school now, the reading levels are so low that they are prioritizing reading again in school because people can't read at a high school level anymore
Mhm.
these days. And it's like instead of y'all buying these fucking baby dolls, get these children a book. Get them a little book with some kids in it or something. They kids love to play with kids.
But you know what? That's like that should be like a topic for like a different day because that one goes really really deep as well. It's like a lot of times parents like don't do it because they don't know how to read either. So it's like you can't really teach the kid how to do something if you don't know how to do it. And I feel like being a parent is something or like nurturing something is something that pretty much any woman can do. It's like ingrained in like our in our blood.
Yeah. They need
But
to take it back to Dr. Seuss or something. I don't know.
no, it's like it's really bad. Like it's really really bad. This is why I said this is like a really like a much deeper topic. It's being someone who's like a part of like the school system and all that stuff. That like, No Child Left Behind has really fucked like life up for like for generations to go. I mean for because they're people who don't know how to read. They're like,
Hmm.
get away with D's. And graduate and walk across the stage, and these people don't have a high enough ACT to go out to learn more things or shit. They don't even want to like do trades. They just go into like a job that's comfortable enough for them because they have kids. They have to be in school, go to school, and take care. But
Right.
yeah, it's like I do agree that kids need to have like more books in like their hands. But I feel also just like learn more than how to take care of home. Like invest in like yourself.
Right.
We could be a newspaper. I think I don't know. I don't get a newspaper, but now in high school we still got like, delivered. But like, getting that and like teaching your child more than like what you are, or teach them to like strive like for excellence. Like don't just teach them like how to cook and clean and hold a kid. Like
Right.
teach
And teach
them how to
and
paint. Teach them how to repair their bicycle that they got for Christmas, or teach them how to pull a hole into like a wall and like patch things up. It's little things like that that you do have the power to do to like change like the trajectory of like a little girl's like pathway like in life. It's
right. And why don't they have like toys to like show show like things that could help us like in life? Why don't they give classes that could really help us in life as well? Oh, you said that's another conversation. We're gonna have to get back on here, Sean. We're gonna have to get back
it's a,
because I need to know these things. Like I really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, but
yeah,
I know it's like,
it's deep.
yeah, it is.
It's really like they do have toys like that. They do have like what is it called? Like little like saws that you can use like cut things like and have whatever. Do you have like jumbo like screwdrivers that people use? And it's a whole bunch of things, but it's like of course like these things like cost money, but people just don't invest enough into like education. That's like something that's like teachers don't make a lot of money and they don't like kids don't even have books somewhere. They have iPads without teaching kids like how to use use their resources. Like, it's like I was like, it was someone in like my fellowship class. She did a presentation. I think she showed like only like 30%, 30, 40%, and not this could be wrong, of students who have iPads like in the nation or like in the country, something like that. Nation and country is the same thing. Anyways, but all out of all those kids who have iPads, only a very, 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 very tiny percentage of them know how to use the internet.
They know how to use their social media though.
That's it, but they don't know how to like find stuff like on the internet, like find like documents or research. They don't know how to do any of that stuff. It's
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, downloading Roblox is all they can do, and pulling up Schoology is it. That's a deep topic though, but
Yeah.
people need to invest in like their kids and like ways. There's things that they can do. The public library is completely free. Tons of books. Home Depot has free classes for kids a month. Even when it's like carpentry, they also offer like class courses. I'm gonna sign up for one because I'm gonna get into that stuff. But they're offering like free courses for women who wants to get into like to trades. That's becoming like a thing now. Like people, you just gotta go look for it. You gotta go. You should go look.
Yeah. I
We
don't know. I just hope, things really just get better. Like we're able to really teach the women how to do, the younger women coming up, how to be more than just a
mom.
mom or just how to be a pretty girl. Because we got the makeup sets and stuff too. How to glamour ourselves up for other people to,
Yeah.
for other people to tell us how they feel about us or this, that, and the third. It's like demonstrate self-love, teach therapy is okay. Like to give them as they're growing things that's going to really help them to learn how to communicate. I was telling because I had seen this video and then I was telling my mother-in-law, I was like, I feel like women also need to love on their sons a little bit more, like the physical wise, like because just doing for your son is not teaching him a goddamn thing. But
Mhm.
when you're actually like touching him, loving him, letting him know that it's okay for him to, you know,
Hug you.
be cuddly if he needs to. If he is with a woman who likes to be touched and stuff like this and that, it's okay for him to touch her and not feel like, okay, well, my mama don't want me to fucking touch her, so why would I be touching her? And I don't know if you seen the video of the dude, the little boy, he was telling his mom, him and his mom talk all the time, like they got a good relationship, but he was like, when I try to come hug you, kiss you, and stuff like this and that, you be like, get your dirty butt on, knowing I just got a tub. Like he be like, so he was like, since you be rejecting me, I ain't kissing no girl because ain't no way she finna reject me.
It's
So
not.
it's like,
It's not a good feeling like at all. Like nobody wants to be rejected, especially from like your parent. Like,
right,
oh, cooter. What do you mean, dirty butt? Like you dirty too, honey. If
right.
I'm a reflection of you, child.
And it's like, just look, just be more cuddly with them. I'm not saying cater to their every need because I don't know what these moms got going on with their sons, baby.
so
Y'all
weird.
want to be Beyonce so bad. Give it up.
It is so weird. You know what? I think like podcast, but my sister's like very affectionate. She has three boys. Like my nephew ain't like a thumper and nothing like that, but he can hug my sister. She'll hug him back, and they have fights and everything. And she kisses on them like those are her babies. They're like her little cubs.
Yeah. And that's good. But I don't know what happens. Boys get older, of course, so, they ain't doing it as much. But
Mhm.
it's like, let them do it as long as they're going to.
Yeah,
Eventually, they're going to want to stop on their own, but you should still, like, get a kiss in, get a hug in when you can or when you want to.
yeah,
But don't sit there and decline them or deny them when
yeah,
they're trying to give it to you. I
yeah.
don't give a damn how dirty he is, bitch. He could have just rolled around in the goddamn pit of mud.
Oh,
Get
bang.
your ass in the tub after.
Yeah, that's your son saying. It's like who don't want to hug on their little offspring and they look like they oftentimes they look similar to you.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's like it just takes away when we get older. Like all the things that I be thinking about like when I was younger, because like honestly, when I was younger, I wasn't always close to my mom, but I used to sleep with my mom. I used to hug her. I used to kiss her. And I remember when we moved to the house that she currently stays in now, like probably like a year went by. I stopped doing all that shit. I stopped sleeping in the bed with her. I stopped kissing her. I stopped hugging her. Like I can't tell you the last time I hugged my mama. And if I do hug her, it's so awkward because it's like we don't do this shit. Like we don't do this at all. And if she put her lips on me, I just might want to boot up.
No, I feel it. My parents would not touch Philly like at all. And it got so bad because like my sister, she had kids like pretty young. She was 16. She was like 19, 20. But anyway, she had like had kids. She became like really like affectionate or whatever. And because we both had grew up like not being affectionate, I didn't like her hugging me for a very long time. Like, please get your arms away from me. Yeah, and it's like that's not a good thing. It's like a bad thing. It's like we don't do this. Like, what are you doing?
It's
But
so crazy that you like that because you are so lovey dovey with me. It don't make no sense.
man, safe enough, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Yeah, Shay loves me. She want to hug me all the time.
I love it to death. I love my kids.
We be hugging. We used to hold hands. I've never used to hold hands, y'all. I used to think holding hands was crazy as fuck. If it's not with a man, I don't know why we holding hands. Baby, me and this girl was holding hands and everything. And
We
now it's like I can do it all freely and stuff. Like I don't mind it no more. But I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
it's been love at first sight. I love Courtney the moment I saw her. But yeah, bro, I didn't like that stuff. Really and truly, like my sister, she give me like kiss them. She was like, get your wet lips up off me. But it's like nowadays when I hug her and stuff like that, cause like I love her. Like, I like to love on people that like, I love. Like you don't get his love because like I'm healed now, but at one point I wasn't. Like I didn't like to cuddle anything, but I realized that I did like to cuddle. I just didn't like to cuddle with everybody, like with certain people. It's just like
And it is definitely like that because I'm sitting here talking about this, like how me and my mama is. Girl, go to my daddy house. It's a whole different atmosphere. Like I go straight to my daddy to go hug him. When I walk in the house, I'm greeting my daddy like I'm fucking 7. Like I love my daddy. Not saying I don't love my mama, but I love my daddy down.
yeah,
I'm going straight to my daddy. I'm gonna give him a hug. I'm getting him a kiss on his cheek. Like I can't remember a time like if I don't hug or kiss my daddy, like when I see him, I can't be feeling the way. It's like, baby, is we going through? Are we rejecting each other or something? Are we beefing?
the beef.
And even if I'm mad at my daddy, y'all, I could be so pissed off with this man. He will, like on my birthday last year, he pissed me off so bad
Lord.
because I thought he was canceling my birthday plans. This man called me the next morning. Well, no, I talked to him the day before my birthday. He was canceling my birthday plans. And then the next morning, the day of my birthday, he called me and he was like, and so we gonna have dinner at around 3 when my stepmama get off work. So we gonna be going here, yada yada yada. He does something happy birthday to you. I miss you so much. I
Oh,
can't wait to see you. And it's like it's always so lovey dovey, and even like that, it's like that in the house. My brothers over there, we hug, we hug. My little brother is my goddamn kid, damn near. Um, my stepmama, me and her are like really close, so she's like touchy feely as fuck too. Like she just wanna hug and kiss. Like get off me. Like I think it'd be weird for women to put their lips on me. I'd be like, girl, I don't roll like that.
I don't like that. I'm not gay like that. I'm not into that.
But she be whole ass kissing me on my cheek. Oh,
Yeah.
that's something. You know I love you. So now I done got to a habit. Now I have started hugging her and kissing her on her forehead just like she would do me because it's like you get so used to it because it's gonna happen. Like somebody's gonna kiss somebody. So you may as well start taking the initiative now and let her know like you feel the same way to her. And
Yeah.
it's like I don't be wanting to take away from anybody when they steady seem to be the one, that's doing it to me. I'm gonna get her some reciprocation as well. But
Man,
all that lovey dovey shit it be too much sometimes.
I can get it. I think I don't know. I think because I was deprived of it for so long. It's like I'm very like I wrote in my journal mid last year or early this year. I can't remember that. I'm not ready to like receive like all the love that's coming to me because I feel like I deserve it. Um, but cool, we're almost at 54. So, what do you have any final words to wrap us up?
um, Honestly, no. I just feel like I hope. we do grow as a society into more, and stop pushing the narrative of what we are supposed to be, but we're not really supposed to be, because who the fuck can tell you what you're supposed to be, you know? Stop
Right.
pushing that narrative of what old day was. Like, this is a whole new time. Things are way better now. We have way more opportunities and things now. So stop pushing the narrative on us that we should be these moms. We have to stay at home. We have to cook, clean, and go to work and all this and that. Like, stop pushing that. And stop making us feel like we have to be so damn independent all the time too, when really sometimes we just want to be less independent. I'm not saying that we up here trying to jip y'all men, because that's not really the thing. Like how Shun is independent as fuck, but she ain't finna let you sit here. She ain't the type that's like, I'm independent of this. I got my own shit. I got my own this and that. You already know it when you meet her. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. You gonna know it when you meet her.
Yeah.
Cause like she ain't gonna ask you for shit. She ain't finna sweat you about shit or none of this and that. It's like, okay, cool. I'll pay for my stuff. I'm finna go home. Yada yada yada. And it's like, it's not like she's pushing it like I'm this independent woman.
I'm,
Hey y'all. It's not like that. And it's like, stop making it seem like we're just so damn masculine, because we got our own shit going on too. And teach y'all sons how to love, how to communicate,
mhm.
how to actually be men, and stop telling them fucking is the experience, because it's not.
Y'all
It's
heard
not an experience, because that dick be whack.
as fuck.
Right. He shouldn't have 20 bodies on a 5-inch penis. All I'm saying.
I know that's real, especially with five. Like,
He need 3 bitches in his life. He need his first love. He need the bitch that done taught him his lesson, and then he need his wife. Cause
mm.
20, you done went too far. But that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, this was really fun, and I think we'll be in. Corey, did you enjoy?
I
Okay.
did. I really enjoyed myself. We always have a good time talking though. Like this is like regular conversation for us. We
Right.
just happen to stay on kind of well majority of the same topic. We done drifted off a little bit, but we didn't get crazy.
No, we didn't, because it gets our conversations get real wild sometimes. Especially we're just like just talking shit. It's just it is. We there.
Right. And Shane ain't doing her nails, so yeah.
Oh. Well, I hope you're. Oh my God, I'm stuttering, Lord. I'm getting sleepy. I haven't had my nap today. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope this episode even challenged some of your own beliefs. Um, Life is sweeter. We do it together, navigate it together. So if you have any comments or have any thoughts about this episode, please leave comments attached to this episode. And with that being said, I'm your host, Sean Monet, and have a fantastic week. I hope you conquer this week. I hope it goes great. If you are looking for a raise or some money is coming to you, comes your way, I hope the sun shines on you. I hope melanin pops if you have melanin in your skin. And yeah, bye, y'all. Don't miss an episode. Subscribe now and join our community. Let's embark on this exciting journey of self discovery and empowerment together. Welcome to Let's Talk About It.